Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds. I'm Nerdarchist Ted, and today I'm joined by...
Nerdarchist Dave.
And today we continue our series of Intro to D&D races, this time, the Tiefling.
First, we want to thank our sponsor, Easy Roller Dice. Whether it's your first set of dice or your 1 millionth set of dice, Easy Roller Dice. In the description below, you can find a link to easyrollerdice.com/nerdarchy and a special one-time coupon code to get 20% off. We want to thank them for sponsoring this Intro into D&D series. So with that, we're going to jump back into our player's handbook to page 42, where we're discussing the Tiefling.
However you want to pronounce it.
I believe it's Tiefling. One day there will be a pronunciation guide.
Alright, so what is it about Tiefling that is going to draw people in?
Well, one, they're one of the uncommon races, and that's where you're going to, that's the section you're going to find them in the player's handbook. Two is they don't have their own distinct culture. They're essentially humans that somewhere in their ancestry has made a pact with Asmodeus, so now the whole bloodline for that civilization is cursed, you know, to produce Tieflings.
So the thing about Tieflings is, like, they take on these devilish or demonic characteristics in their looks. So, like, they're going to have the reds and purplish hues of their skin. They're going to have horns. They're going to have tails. So you are not going to look normal walking down the street.
No, it's not like being a half-orc or half-elf where maybe you can pass yourself off as human. Maybe you just cover your ears, or maybe you can pass yourself off as an ugly human. Not with the Tiefling whatsoever. It's going to require a lot of cosmetics or even magic to convince people that you're anything but
a
tiefling or some demonic creature. It would be easier to convince people you were a straight up demon or devil than it would be to convince them you were human or some other race.
Right. Now, Tieflings, seem to inherit a bit of their demonic power from their ancestors, and doing so, they're very charismatic and they're very intelligent.
That's true. The intelligence and being their secondary stat, and charisma being their primary stat. So they're very intellectual of the races in the player's handbook. And also, a slight correction too, they're actually more devilish than demonic. Asmodeus being the archdevil of hell, to pass down their line. We don't want to offend any of you fiends out there.
But since they are derived of human lineage as well, they do age like humans.
Yeah, they might live a bit longer, but for the most part, the maturity rates are the same, as well as their size. They're basically, they're medium size. They're pretty much sized the same as humans. They're as far as their moral compass, their alignment, they tend to be a little bit on the chaotic side. And of all the races, these might be a little smidge more inclined to go to the dark side.
And that could be because of their heritage, or it could be the way that many of them are treated over the course of their life.
Well, that's true, because many of them kind of have this idea where they're going to rebel against, what their bloodline says they are, and others, just because they've been beaten down by society and they're like, heck with this, I'm just going to give in, and you know what, you say I'm a devil, then I'm a devil.
Yes.
And also too, like we spoke about their appearance a little bit, but like they have no pupils. Is one of the things that distinguishes them, and their eyes can range from black, silver, it's all solid, gold. It's all one solid color. They have horns, which can be like a ram's horn, a gazelle's horns, or probably something, whatever your imagination can conjure up. They do have tails that are 4 or 5 foot long, and their tails have also been known to kind of respond to their their emotional state as well.
Right.
So it could be kind of an indicator if you're familiar with them. One of the few things is that is kind of human about them is their skin coloration can be the same as a human's, but then, like you said, it can go all the way to the purples, blacks, reds, whatever you want. They could have cloven hooves or not, so they can be as devilly as you want them to be, pretty much.
Right. So it gives you a lot more license in figuring out what you look like than the average race out of a player's handbook.
Absolutely. You know, there is more leeway. Now, because thanks to their fiendish heritage, or devilish heritage, as the case may be, they actually have dark vision. They can see in the dark without any problems in black and white, like other people with dark vision. They also have some innate spell-like abilities that they're able to draw upon.
Mm-hmm.
As they level up and grow more powerful.
They get access to more.
They get access to more, absolutely.
So being naturally of the demonic heritage, or devilish heritage, they also they speak common and infernal.
Right, and these there's only 2 races, I believe, in the entirety of the player's handbook that get what are considered these uncommon languages. And that would be Dragonborn, and speaking Draconic, and these guys, Tieflings, speaking Infernal.
Right.
Which is, the Dragonborn one makes a lot more sense, because you're raised among Dragonborn, so it only makes sense you guys would have your own language and you would speak it to each other, right? Tieflings, it's a little bit different, because generally you're not raised among other Tieflings. Like, maybe one of your parents is, but the way Tieflings works, I believe you could actually have 2 essentially human parents.
Exactly, yeah.
And just like the pack shows up for, you get the genetic lottery, essentially.
Whether it's good or bad, it's up to you. But, with that leads me to believe that, like, all right, you kind of get this, whether it's good or bad, you get this thing as a package deal.
Yeah, and it could also be a part of the magic that makes up a Tiefling anyway. So, that in mind, like, who wants, what kind of person is going to play a Tiefling? Like, if you want a character that's going to stand out and kind of, basically, you already have the plot device and interesting things just in your appearance. That's for you. Right.
So if you want to be a character that when you walk into town, you're going to get noticed, this is certainly a race that you're going to lean towards, and it could be for good or it could be for ill. You could also want a role-playing challenge. You might want to be like, look, I look like a bad guy, but I'm a good guy. Let me go down this road.
Right, or you might want to go the other way with him, like show them what kind of bad guy you can really be.
Well, there is that side of it as well.
But, if you want to play an anti-hero, I think the Tiefling is kind of like destined for that role.
So now, what classes would be optimal for the Tiefling to play?
So you actually have a handful that the Tiefling is going to excel at. You get a bonus in intelligence, so wizard is on the table for you. They would make excellent wizards. But that being said, they also get a bonus to charisma, and there is a bunch of charisma casters.
All right, we have sorcerer, we have bard. They're both full casters, and will fully optimize that +2 to charisma.
Not to mention the warlock, which is virtually a full caster as well. They just operate differently.
Right. Now, the warlock, is going to be something if you want to really dive into your fiendish heritage, this would be a complete way to go.
Yeah, you could definitely double down on it. And then also, honorable mention would be the paladin.
Well, the paladin definitely favors charisma, so having that bump of a +2 to charisma is going to be really nice. And this is going to be for more the character who wants that role-playing challenge of, hey, I look like a bad guy, but I'm playing the goodest of good guys.
Maybe, but then again, Oath of Vengeance Paladin, it doesn't necessarily have to be the nice guy, and you could kind of play the Hell Knight.
That's true as well. You could certainly go down that road and just, literally smite the good out of people.
So right there, that's a handful of classes that you already kind of optimized the play. But of course, being just like anything else, you can play whatever you want. It doesn't have to be optimized. The Tiefling would be a lot of fun no matter what character class you want to play.
Absolutely. So if you have any questions about how to play a Tiefling, or anything about Tiefling really, you can put those down in the comments below, and either one of ourselves or one of our great fans will be more than happy to answer questions for you. While you're down there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Remember to go to the description where you can find easyrollerdice.com/nerdarchy and look for that coupon code. One-time use only.
So until next time, stay nerdy.